Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak voices for the voiceless. Yeah, yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless, different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Peace and blessings, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Voices for the voiceless. You already know it's your boy Jay Taylor. Much love, peace and blessings to everybody. Yo, I just had to come on here right quick while my thoughts were fresh this morning. And as the title says, the propaganda machine is falling. And I guess Rickey Smiley didn't get the memo. And you know, what's crazy is we got a situation where we did a live not too long ago talking about the propaganda machine that pumps out these false narratives through mainstream media. You know, with the whole election, we had an example with most recently how they tried to paint Donald Trump in the media with all of the propaganda. But as the election had surfaced and the country has spoken, you see majority of the country didn't fall for the propaganda machine this time around. They seeing through platforms like CNN and MSNBC, and it's starting to affect their ratings hugely. Like most people that do their own independent platforms, be it on YouTube, Instagram, on their own websites, on social media, period, are getting more viewership than even mainstream media. It's a shift in the culture right now. And it's very exciting to see. It's very interesting as well. CNN, MSNBC ratings are plummeting fast. And they are, trying to find ways to sustain. A lot of these people, for example, just with Anderson Cooper, I believe he gets paid $20 million a year. Van Jones, I mean, these people are very wealthy, and if they're the way that they get paid is due through the ratings. But people waking up, they don't want to sit here and know that they're being misled, so they're not supporting those channels. But if you look in comparison to Fox News, their ratings are going up. So Fox News tend to leans more towards the right. They would. I still would keep my eyes open of all mainstream media, but Fox News is their competitor, and they're soaring in ratings, while platforms like NBC and CNN are plummeting. So, the people are waking up, and I got a video here to kind of show y'all what's going on in mainstream media right now. So shout out to, once again, chat with me, Miss Linda B. I'm gonna let her go ahead and cook.
Now we're going to talk about this whole MSNBC thing. MSNBC's ratings, as well as other lefty networks' ratings, are in the actual toilet. They're in the toilet. They're no good. And now they decide to meet with President-elect Donald J. Trump this past Friday, if I'm not mistaken, at his estate in Mar-a-Lago. But before we get into it, guys, I want you to remember to smash that like button, comment, share this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that notification bell. I have some clips I want to share with you. You are not going to want to believe how the lamestream media actually stacks up when it comes to independent people like myself. Although I'm not with the big fish, I'm a little fish. One day, maybe a big fish, I don't know. But I'm going to share this with you right now.
Hey folks, did you know that this M1911 is totally legal for everyone to own, no permit required? We've just got a fresh...
All right, so here we have MSNBC. And you know, this is the Morning Joe show. This is they're covering, you know, they always say negative things about him and all of that, but I'm going to actually play this for you right now so you can hear it for yourself. And this is about their meeting. Okay, and I'm also going to show you how they normally talk about Donald Trump. Like, what's the big deal? What's the difference right now? Why are they like sounding nicer? I think I know why.
We have seen him in 7 years. Friday, we were given the opportunity to do just that. Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years.
Now, we talked about a lot of issues, including abortion, mass deportation, threats of political retribution against political opponents, and media outlets. We talked about that a good bit. And it's going to come as no surprise to...
Now, I just want to pause this right quick just to add on. These are some of Trump's most vocal nemesis in mainstream media. Like, these people attack him. He part of the reason why people think that he's Adolf Hitler, the second coming of the Antichrist, and the worst propaganda. Some of the worst propaganda has came from these two people on MSNBC, and now they're over there meeting with Trump because after he won the election and they see that their ratings are going down, they have to find a way to sustain their career. That's really what this is about.
Anybody who watches this show has watched it over the past year or over the past decade, that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of issues, and we told him so.
What we did agree on was to restart communications. My father often spoke with world leaders with whom he and the United States profoundly disagreed. That's a task shared by reporters and commentators alike. We had not spoken to President Trump since March of 2020, other than a personal call Joe made to Trump on the morning after the attempt on his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. In this meeting, President Trump was cheerful, he was upbeat, he seemed interested in finding common ground with Democrats on some of the most divisive issues. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? 5 years of political warfare has deeply divided Washington and the country. We have been as clear as we know how in expressing our deep concerns about President Trump's actions and words in the coarsening of public debate. But for nearly 80 million Americans, election denialism, public trials, January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them to send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote.
Exactly. People are tired of the rhetoric. People are tired of talking about January 6th. That's not, people are worried about their pocketbook. People are worried about illegal immigration, securing our borders. Why are we sending so much money overseas to fund wars that we have absolutely nothing to do with our tax dollars? These are the concerns of the American people. What kind of world are our children going to be inheriting as they become adults and try to make it into society? We're not worried about all the propaganda that you people be spewing about this make-believe boogeyman that does not exist in Donald Trump.
Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him. Friday.
Yeah, talking with him. I think the reason that they're changing their mind is because quite clearly they have to admit that Donald Trump is going to be in the White House again. And they know that Donald Trump has said something about an honest media. I think they're getting ahead of the curve. They're not just going to wait until he gets into the White House. They want to make a good show of it. And also, I just got to be honest, their ratings aren't that great. When it comes to the mainstream media, as they compare to independent people like podcasters, like there are podcasters like Benny Johnson, PBD Broadcast, Candace Owens, they get like major views on their videos, major views. And the mainstream media is no comparison. I mean, it is literally no comparison at all. And of course, these people had to do something. They couldn't, continue to do what they've always been doing. And I wanted to share this clip with you from Fox. They had something to say as well.
Now, Fox, their numbers have increased rapidly, while MSNBC has decreased rapidly because they're more, on the right side of things. So it's interesting to watch their response to the meeting of MSNBC, Joe and at Mar-a-Lago with Trump.
That story that MSNBC hosts actually went to Mar-a-Lago to have a conversation with President-elect Trump. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so apparently Mika and Joe Scarborough went down to visit with Donald Trump over the weekend to reset their relationship. Yeah, my guess is that they're not going to be getting many calls from the White House unless they do reset their relationship, Maria. Look, all these people who talked about this being Hitler and how Trump was the most horrifying and scary thing that ever happened to our country, all of a sudden they want to make nice with him. I think it's mortifying. But I totally get their impulses. They were dishonest. They lied about who he was. And now he's president with a majority of the country voting for him. So you know what, Maria? These organizations who are losing ground, losing money, they have to come around. And I don't mean be obsequious, but at least they have to be in the conversation. And you don't deserve that if you're lying constantly about who this man is.
Yeah, they don't deserve that if they're lying constantly about who he is. These people have been lying. Okay, I'm talking about lying, not just MSNBC. You've got CNN, ABC, CBS. I mean, they just lie. They don't portray him for who and what he really is. And we already know that, the Democrats already control the media. They already do, and they control the narrative, and they have to accuse Donald Trump of what they're actually doing. I've said this many, many times on this channel, that the Democrats, the evil powers that be in our government, their job is to make us think opposite of what the truth actually is. And that's unfortunate because we have loved ones walking around who are believing things that they should not be believing. They're thinking we're crazy because we actually, know the truth about things. And it's.
Exactly. I want to leave that right there, because that kind of leads me into the next topic. You know what I'm saying? Because she's absolutely correct. You got people out here that has fallen for the propaganda and that they are fearful. You got people out here having meltdowns from the propaganda. If you go back and look at the live that we did called The Propaganda Machine Strikes Again, we showed some of the meltdowns that people are having due to platforms like MSNBC painting these false narratives. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people out here. Now, you got Black people out here, Democratic shields that like D.L. Hughley, Rickey, Smiley, Steve Harvey, all these people come out here and pander to Black people and so they can have identity politics with other Black people to fearmonger. Now, notice MSNBC and CNN, they starting to backpedal. CBS, watch, they all gonna start to fold. But you got Democratic shields like Rickey Smiley still out here crashing out. Like the title says, I guess he really didn't get the memo yet, Rickey Smiley. You know what I'm saying? Because while you out here, now you've been quiet since the election, but now you out here talking crazy again. You know, so once again, that was Chat With Me, Linda B. Like, share, and subscribe to her channel. I want to bring up another content creator here that we show a lot, and that is Anton Daniels. And man, watch this. And Rickey Smiley, notice MSNBC, they gonna leave you out here dangling. You gotta read the writing on the wall, bro. It's time for you to fall back off them false narratives. But watch this. Instead of coming out here and talking to his base and telling them, man, it's nothing to worry about. We're gonna pray for a better country. We didn't get the results we wanted in the election, but we still have to pray and work for a greater cause to bring the country back together. He's gonna do some more propaganda. Check this out.
The news feed, and I'm watching them talk about all of the people that Donald Trump is appointing to the cabinet position, and I'm just watching them just spiral out about Cates being being over the Justice Department and talking about Kennedy being over whatever that position he's going to fill. That's
called the Food and Drug Administration. He's gonna get our food right, but we cool.
And I don't think nobody on the news took Donald Trump serious when he said it ain't gonna be no more elections. It ain't gonna be no more damn elections. I don't care how much the news media complain and talk about this, that, and the other day.
Here we go.
This ain't nothing compared to what's actually finna happen. I'm doing the show. I had pre-recorded something, so I got a few minutes. Yeah, I'm still doing a morning show, but I did something that's pre-recorded. I pre-recorded Battle of the Sexes. That's why I'm doing the show. I can still. I have to be back by a certain time. Be sitting back in my chair. It ain't gonna be no more elections. Hey, what's up, Miss Nelly Boo? It ain't gonna be no more elections. It ain't gonna be no more.
Let me show you why I stopped paying for all my other sample libraries. This is Arcade by Output. This thing has sound.
Nothing. They have control of the House, the Congress, and the Senate. If you think the last Trump administration stressed y'all out, you have no idea.
Why can't they just say that they mad and they bitter about losing? I don't understand.
Exactly.
You know, there's no reason to crash out like this. It is zero reason to ever have this level of disdain for losing than ever. Listen, Kamala Harris reached her demographic. She reached her demographic. Y'all voted as a black community, 91% black women, 78% black men, over 80% combined of the people that actually participated in the election. Y'all absolutely participated in the election and she reached her demographic. So the question that I have for y'all.
Exactly. He's absolutely correct. The goal of all of these black Democratic shields was to galvanize the black vote to vote for Kamala Harris. And if you do the numbers, 90% of black women, 75% of black men, which is the vast majority of black people, voted for Kamala Harris. So what are you upset about? You know what I'm saying? But see, it was enough of us that saw through the propaganda where it had some effect, but the majority of the country in large resonated with the policies that Donald Trump was talking about. We weren't worried about Megan Thee Stallion and all these other people on stage twerking and different celebrities telling us about, identity politics. We worried about the things that really matter. So, but for argument's sake, you can't be mad at black people as a whole because the majority of black people under the Identity Politics Act voted for Kamala Harris.
All is, what are you bitter about? You won within the community. You had unity within your community. Now, I don't see these people talking about Chicago and how Brandon Johnson is absolutely destroying the black community. I don't hear any of these liberals talking about world.
Exactly. I just did a video a few days ago. Now, that's a black mayor in Chicago. That's okay. Just vote for black people. This man is selling out the whole city of Chicago for illegal immigration. And they're having city council meetings where the residents are telling him, bro, we're going to get you up out of here because you're not putting the citizens, the taxpaying citizens first. So it don't have nothing to do with your color. It got more to do with what your policies are.
World War III, as Biden continues to hit the button and push us further towards Ukraine and Russia and China and all of this stuff. I don't hear none of that.
Thank you. They not now. Why you ain't Rickey Smiley? Do you not know about what Joe Biden just gave the Ukraine people the authorization just as of yesterday, the right to use U.S. missiles against Russia? Why you ain't talking about that? Would you rather get on here and continue the propaganda about Donald Trump? We ain't trying to hear that, bro. And your handlers, MSNBC, they gonna leave you out here dangling, bro, because they trying to meet with Trump and Mar-a-Lago to push the culture forward, to push the country forward. So they ain't finna be joining them with you on this propaganda.
You know what they talking about? Ain't gonna be no more elections. And these are y'all leaders. Y'all should be disappointed in yourself. Honest to God, you should be disappointed in yourself.
As to what you in for. You have what are evil? You have absolutely no idea what you in for. It ain't gonna be no more elections. He's gonna take over the military. They're gonna, I believe they're gonna do a mass deportation like he said. And he have appointed people on his administration that's gonna do what he say do. He don't care about no Senate confirmations, none of that stuff. Whatever he appoints.
What do you mean he don't care about it? If they control all three branches of government, because the American people don't want more wrangling, they want things to get done as he's promised in his campaign. And he won the popular vote. He won every single swing state.
Thank you. Donald Trump has been an open book, and that's why people resonate with him. He told the American people what he was going to do, and he's fulfilling that. We already know what Trump talking about. He already said, okay, I'm mass deportation. I'm secure the border. He already said, I'm trying to end the war. We don't have to guess. So the American people as a collective resonated with his policies. So you saying that's what he's going to do, that's what he was elected to do. It's crazy.
What is there to complain about? We want to get stuff done. And the people said, hey, listen, we want the House, we want the Senate, we want the presidency, we want them to all work together to get stuff done over the next 2 years. There's no more election stuff. This is the same thing that they tried to do to y'all during the election. They tried to fearmonger y'all.
Whatever he say he wants done is going to get done. And they don't care nothing about the Constitution. And democracy is over for the United States of America.
This is a republic.
Period.
This is a republic.
Period.
We're governed by. Don't worry about it.
Fact.
We're going to let them crash out. This is almost a comedy show. He's doing a comedy show without trying to do a comedy show.
And all of these fascist, racist people that he's appointed to his cabinet, It ain't no black people on that cabinet. None. Now, and it don't matter if they was black, because if they was black, they would be Trump loyalists.
Do y'all realize that the reason why y'all lost is because y'all been playing identity politics instead of selecting the best people for the job?
Exactly. That's more what people are worried about. See, all of this black people in office and all that, we care about who's qualified for the position. It ain't about color. And that's why you guys lost. You want to sit up here and continue to fearmonger instead of coming out here with a positive message for your people. It's very irresponsible to spew this type of rhetoric, to continue and not see the writing on the wall. The people have spoken, bro.
As a matter of fact, because y'all voted at over an 80%, and in the case of black women, over 90% clip, that means that it wasn't really any loyalists within the black community in the first place. You wanted to play identity politics, you got it. You know where y'all can still play identity politics at? Chicago, Memphis, Houston, Oakland, LA, New York, all of the Democratic strongholds and hellholes. You can go and play identity politics, and you can have your own city. We'll even wall you in. We'll remove the police like y'all don't want. Black lives don't matter. We'll give you everything that you want. I love to see crash dummies. I couldn't wait to hear what the people like D.L. Hughley and Rickey Smiley had to say about the election, and I'm glad that y'all finally sent me something. This is awesome.
And
This is the reason why I've canceled my internet service provider subscription. This brand new portable Wi-Fi router.
In a bad position.
Shout
I'm
out to the
telling
Greek
y'all right now.
organizations.
Everything that was happening back in the Donald Trump days, the whole George Floyd days is coming back. Police immunity. They have the United States Supreme Court. They have the Senate, and they have the House, and he's appointing people. I don't even think they're going to confirm everybody in the Senate. You know what I'm saying? People are already getting ready to resign from their position and post. Democrats always want to sit there and play nice and abide by. They don't play by Republican rules. That's why they always lose. You know what I'm saying? And they getting ready to eliminate.
Hey, think about this for a second. Democrats don't play by Republican rules. That's why they always lose. But y'all have been in office 12 of the last 16 years, but y'all always lose.
Thank you. And I'm going to leave that right there. How in the world can you sit up here and say that Democrats always lose when you've had control of the government for the past 12 of the last 16 years? Y'all had y'all time to fix what y'all needed to fix. And we see where that has gotten us. And the people see where that has gotten us. The economy is all out of whack. Illegal immigration is going wild. We're on the brink of World War III under Democratic rulership. So, like I said, and I continue to say, I stand as an independent, but the Democrats are to blame for the way the country is being ran right now. So, you can't continue to fearmonger and think that people are going to fall for it. And once again, we see MSNBC, these major platforms got the memo, but people like Rickey Smiley refuse to acknowledge what is happening. And it's irresponsible and it's disingenuous. But I just wanted to come on here right quick. We're a little shy of 30 minutes. Maybe we could touch on this a little later in the live or something like that. I appreciate y'all. Voices for the Voiceless. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we'll be to talk to you very soon. Peace and blessings.